Hi, I'm Dr. Jared Gardner, and I'm here today with my awesome residents and fellows, and we are going to look at some panniculitis cases. So, panniculitis is inflammation or damage of the subcutaneous fat. All right, who wants to take the first case?
I can take this one.
Okay.
So we're looking at a punch biopsy, and then you can see a cellular infiltrate in the deeper dermis, and then it looks like inflammation of the fat lobules. And the fat lobules have a little bit of like a bluish hue to them, and some necrosis that looks like saponification.
Hmm.
I feel like it kind of looks like garlic in cross section. So this is
Oh, I
the
like that.
yeah, that's what it reminds me of. But it looks like pancreatic panniculitis.
Yeah, it's this very distinct pattern. Fat necrosis can have a variety of different patterns, right? And the usual one we see is little, foamy histiocyte xanthomatous cells, and then the fat cells shrinking down to various small sizes, with a little mixed inflammation. But this is different, right? This is like wiped out, dead. You can see the ghost outline of the fat cells, but it's more grungy, more dirty, more fibrillary. It's got this pink, smudgy stuff, which turns into blue and purple in areas. And exactly like you said, that's called saponification. That is the fat undergoes necrosis, and then it combines with calcium, and it basically makes like soap. Like in the old days, soap was made by like melting down tallow or lard, like animal fat, right, and mixing it with lye, I think sodium hydroxide. But so this is a similar kind of process where you're taking like a mineral salt and mixing it with lipid, and it makes this kind of soapy like substance. And in fact, you can actually see this. It has like a whitish yellow, firm kind of look in fat that has been exposed, that has this type of change. And so, like you said, this is pancreatic panniculitis. So the idea here is that a person has pancreatitis or maybe a pancreatic tumor, something that's causing pancreatic lipase enzyme to spill out of the normal place it should be, which is in the tubules and ducts going to the GI tract to help dissolve, fatty meals. And instead, it gets into the bloodstream, and that the high levels of lipase basically get into the subcutis and dissolve and necrose the adipose tissue by breaking down the lipid. And then it secondarily gets calcification, giving this saponification pattern of fat. And it often has a lot of inflammation with it too. Or I'm sorry, excuse me. It sometimes may have inflammation with it too. All right. And if there's a lot of neutrophilic inflammation and this kind of pattern, I believe alpha 1 antitrypsin panniculitis, which is something I don't think I've ever actually diagnosed in real life. It can have some similarity to this, but my understanding, if I recall correctly, is that it usually has more neutrophilic infiltrate. Does anyone know more about that than me, or know if that's right? I meant to look that up and I didn't. All right. So anyway, pancreatic panniculitis. Kind of cool, and interesting fact is I've occasionally seen, this is relatively rare actually, at least in my practice. I've only seen a couple examples, I think, but I have seen this same pattern a few other times, and that were not in the skin. One, or well, not exactly. One was a person who had multiple kind of calcified masses in the bilateral buttocks, and they were like in the subcutis, but like kind of large masses. So when they were taken out, I had the impression getting the case that they were like removed as like that they were thought to be tumors. But in fact, the surgeon knew that from imaging that these were calcifications, but microscopically, they were not just regular calcifications like you'd see in, say, calcinosis cutis or tumoral calcinosis. They had this saponified pattern. So I thought, why is this? This is strange to have this pattern just randomly. And then I looked up, and the patient had a history of pancreatitis a couple of years prior to the case. And so my theory is that the patient got pancreatic panniculitis there while they had active pancreatitis, and then after it resolved, it kind of got walled off and turned almost like what you see like encapsulated fat necrosis look like, but it had the saponified pattern in it, and they had a history of pancreatitis. And I've seen it also like in the omentum around the GI tract. Same thing, had this unusual pattern. A GI path colleague showed me, and turns out the patient had pancreatitis a while ago in the past. So even a kind of distant pancreatitis can leave this kind of pattern of fat necrosis around for quite some time, especially if it gets walled off and not, cleaned up by the body. So, and then here's some more like a little more typical like foamy cell histiocytes like we see in regular fat necrosis. So pancreatic panniculitis. Great. Let's see next case.